In this episode, we talk how bourbon hunting has evolved while drinking some single barrels. So sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy this episode of The Bourbon Hunters.
Gather round the mic, it's time to unwind. Drinking our bottles, all that we find. With tastings and tales, we're sharing our pours. Tune in each week, there will always be more. Tune in each week, there's lots to hear. Laughter and stories, we're all here to share. We're giving our ratings, they're always fair. Sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet and enjoy.
While you're listening, head over to our website at bourbonhunters.com where you can purchase Bourbon Hunters glassware and products, and sign up for our Patreon, which puts you on the list for single barrel announcements from our private barrel club.
Tune in each week, sit back. Tune in each week, grab a pour. Tune in each week, kick up your feet and enjoy. Kick up your feet and enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of The Bourbon Hunters. I'm Dude Pool, and I'm joined by
JD Fritches.
All right, we've got sexy Tyler back. Tyler Schaefer.
He's bringing Tyler back.
He's bringing Tyler back. Yep. So today we are going to talk about hunting for bourbon. We are the Bourbon Hunters. So we thought it might make sense to just kind of talk about bourbon hunting and how it's maybe evolved a little bit over the years and what it used to be like, what it's like now, and then, you know, maybe some alternatives to the hunting of bourbon as we bore Tyler and he yawns into the microphone.
Early in the episode for that.
It is very early in the episode for that. I would agree. So, all right. Let's start with something. Let's go in order of proof. I would imagine that would mean we do Tyler's selection first.
What did you choose and why?
So I've been craving some wild turkey juice, and I think I'm down to maybe 2 bottles of Russell's Reserve and like the last quarter of them.
Oh, so they're all low, huh?
Yeah, so it's one that just the other day I was like, shit, I might not be able to touch those until I find another one that I like. I mean, you could.
How many times have you gone to Wild Turkey and not grabbed one when you were there?
All the time. All the time. Actually, I will say, well, they do have single barrels.
Sometimes.
Not picks, though.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
So they almost always have at least a Kentucky Spirit.
Yes.
Or the new, whatever it is, Wild Turkey 101 single barrel select or whatever they call it.
Yep.
And they had those last time.
But every so often they will also have a single barrel Russell's Reserve. Now, Russell's Reserve, I feel like I can find those a lot of places in Kentucky.
Yep.
Like even the Meijer that we go to charge my car on the way down almost always has Russell's Reserve sitting there and I'm just like, well, shit, all right. I mean, it can't be bad. It's Russell's Reserve. So pour some out and pass it along, buddy.
I haven't had that one yet.
Well, would you like me to talk about it?
Yeah, talk about it.
So this is a pick from the Bourbon Enthusiast Private Barrel Club, and the bottle yields 168. It was barreled in October 23rd of 13, bottled July 29th of 22.
So
Warehouse M,
9 years.
Floor 4.
Warehouse M, huh?
Not quite 9 years, actually. 8 years and some change.
I've never had a Warehouse M before.
I've had so many Russell's Reserves now that I don't know that there's been a warehouse I haven't gotten yet, to be honest. I mean, all the Tyrones, the Camp Nelsons, like all of them. I feel like I've had so many different of their warehouses, rick houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like we need to do a Russell's pick to fill your stock back up, Tyler.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be. Toss me the cork, please.
I might get a case of it.
Oh, yeah? Tell your story. Is this a hunting example?
No. If we do a pick at Russell's, I would buy a case of it.
I thought you were saying you might get a case of it, like coming to your way soon.
No.
All right, so let's talk about some bourbon hunting. So hunting bourbon. That's kind of the whole point of this podcast. We started it originally because we were always on the hunt for some good bourbon, and let's talk about that. So, I mean, when did your journey for bourbon start?
On the way back from vacation, stopped in Justin's House of Bourbon and spent way too much on...
This is when your hunt for bourbon started?
This was the start of it. So
when was this?
2020, late 2020, maybe beginning of 2021. I had heard so much about these great bottles from Buffalo Trace, and I just had no luck. I was striking out. And we popped into Justin's House of Bourbon on my way back up to Ohio, bought an Eagle Rare for $99. I bought Angel's Envy Rye for $100. And I got a liter of Buffalo Trace for $65.
You got a liter of cola?
Yeah, I got a large Farva.
It's for a cop.
But after that, I discovered times and found a list of places around Ohio on Saturdays that I could go stand in line. And back then, I could show up at 8 and get something good.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening at home who are not from Ohio and not familiar with hunting bourbon in Ohio, 9 a.m. is generally when the liquor store started or opens.
But there have been different times.
Depending on the store.
Yes.
They used to be scattered
some of them
through the
open
week.
at 10. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Some of them open at 10. But most of like the Giant Eagles and Kroger and things like that open at 9.
Yeah.
So I think my bourbon hunting started in probably early 2019, if not late 2018. And so I would just, like you said, I would show up at like 8:45, get in line, and this was when I worked from home. So it was, and this was at a time when bourbon at that point in Ohio, they weren't all on Saturday in Central Ohio for their releases. So like you could go to Kroger on Tuesday, go to Giant Eagle on Wednesday, go to whatever. But if you work from home, they were releases through the week. So you'd see the same people over and over, I felt like, in the lines, in your local lines. And I don't think it had really started yet where people were just going around gathering up all the Weller Antique and all that stuff. I don't think it had really become a big thing yet. Weller Antique and Weller Special Reserve in Ohio.
It had not.
And it might have, it was there occasionally, but I don't think it was like the frequency that it is today. But anyway, so I remember I was getting like Blood Oath, I was getting E.H. Taylor's, I was getting, those types of things. Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Blanton's I got one time. And it wasn't that big a deal. You were just like, okay, what's coming this week? And sometimes you just I didn't even know what some of the stuff was yet because I was new to it. And I didn't know the history of these things. I didn't know that Eagle Rare was made by the same place that Buffalo Trace
And
was.
there would be
E.H. Taylor.
There would be sometimes small lines.
Oh yeah,
And then
that's what I
also-
mean. I would go at 8:45 and I'd still be able to get stuff.
Yeah, you might be like at 8:45. You might be like sixth in line.
Yeah. And I remember there was a turning point in about 2022, 2021, and it was right after COVID. Kind of just everything started opening back up because I remember bourbon really picked up. I know it was already gaining in popularity. Don't get me wrong, in the teens, but it really picked up when COVID happened. It's like no one had anything to do except for drink. So everyone was waiting in line, collecting bourbon. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was like probably late 2020, 2021 in that area that there was a point I went to a Kroger, got in line, and I was like 20th in line. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
This is stupid. I'm going to sit here for, and it was like 8:30 even. And so like, I had to wait there for a half hour.
So you're like, fuck, to be number 5?
Right. Those people were actually showing up at like 7. It wasn't quite like 6 a.m. and stuff like that yet. Or even 4 a.m. if they knew it was something crazy, Like, did anyone even try to go out and find any of the Old Forester this last weekend, the President's Club?
Nope.
Like, I thought about going at 11 just to see if, because the place I go to is one of the places that got it. And I was just like, I wonder if the rye just slipped past because it's over $200, if maybe it sat there.
My phone was buzzing off the hook with like text messages. You in line? You in line? And I just felt like Chris Farley, like, go away, I'm sleeping.
So were there a lot of people in line then?
There were quite a few, yeah. People were jumping around from place to place. Like, most places had a case of each, maybe, and that was it. And then they count the people, and then they try somewhere else. They'd leave.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's what it's come down to now. So like now, Ohio, I think, thought they were doing something good by just releasing on Saturdays, and I think that they would have probably done better releasing on like Thursdays, because everyone, for the most part, is off on Saturday now. So so these lines are just ridiculous now. Mm-hmm. So people find out where they're going to go, and instead of the lines getting smaller because they're doing it all on the same day, they're actually bigger because they chose a Saturday.
Yep.
So it's like insane. So I've stopped. I don't even go. So I'll show up at like 10.
And during some places during COVID were open at like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Oh, I never saw that, but
yeah, I 100% saw before 9 a.m.
Oh, I don't doubt you. I'm just saying I never saw that.
Yeah.
I found a little hack back in the day when I was hunting. A lot of people would line up at Giant Eagles because they open at 9. But if you go to Chateau, they open an hour later.
Yeah.
And you could generally skip the Giant Eagle people and go right over to Chateau off of Sawmill. And you're usually within the first 10 people.
Because people knowing that it opened at 10 would get their stuff and then go get in line later.
Yeah, and then they walk in and they're just like appalled at all the people that were already there, and they leave.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it is, at all the other places too. Like, I just don't wait in those lines anymore. People do it. Like, the only thing I would ever maybe consider doing is going down to a distillery to wait in line and making a thing of it. The Four Roses, but they didn't do that this year.
No, they did a lottery again.
this year.
When did they do the lottery?
Like 2 weeks ago or so.
Mm-hmm. Damn. They haven't announced any winners or anything yet.
No.
Old Forester
But
birthday bourbon was on. It was the same time as Old Forester's lottery.
Damn, missed
You
that.
didn't do that one either?
No, I did Old Forester. I didn't do Four Roses.
So the wife and I are signed up for 13th Colony, their like club or whatever that they got, and they recently released their cask strength rye, their first batch of that. We weren't chosen for the lottery, but CO Box opened up for like 200 bottles, and we got a special invitation through the 13th Colony Club to get in and buy one.
Yeah, I saw that too. I didn't get it one, but because I'm not a rye person, but
We got 2.
did you? She asked me, and I think I said no.
Yeah, I would have told her, don't bother.
So that brings me to, I think, that kind of first evolution from me is I joined a single barrel club. I joined 2 actually at one time. I joined Breaking Bourbon and I joined Bourbon Enthusiast. I'm still a member of Bourbon Enthusiast because I love his palate. It aligns, and that's what we're drinking right now, actually. It aligns with what he does. I feel like almost all the time. He likes that viscous, creamy, with a good finish. And so most of the stuff he chooses, I know, is going to be something I like.
But what I like about him is at the picks, even if it's not the one that he per se likes the best, if it's a majority for something else, he'll get that one.
I've seen him override if it doesn't have at least partially some of the things he likes, like that creaminess or a good finish or whatever. But for the most part, you're right. Like, as long as what he is outvoted for falls at least into his wheelhouse as far as like his palate, because he doesn't want to, throw off his regulars. He'll let them kind of, choose the barrel.
So I think he liked a different one from Bardstown when we were there with him.
Yeah, but I think, he did. And I think the other thing is, too, is that he picks a lot of the same people to go on the picks with him. And then he'll introduce a new person every once in a while for the reason that he knows he aligns with them.
Gotcha.
I think anyway. Like Eric, for example, for Bourbon Sherpa, he invites him. Every time I've been on one, with the exception of maybe one or two, he's been there. So, but yeah, so that was probably my next evolution. The other, I think, evolution, and that's something that the distilleries are starting to do now, is they're creating these clubs where you can become a member of their club and get access to limited editions. Now, the problem with that is they're very, very expensive.
The Bardstown Passport's like $1,000.
But the stuff you get's
It's
actually,
I'm considering next year.
and some of it is stuff that they don't release.
Right.
So, like, you'll get some stuff that is their big releases, like the disco and stuff, or whatever. Do they even do disco anymore?
So Trey is a member of the Passport.
Yeah.
And he sent me a picture from the first package or whatever. That you get 3 of them a year, I think, with 6 bottles.
Yeah.
And this first one had the 375 Cathedral in it.
Yeah, the Cathedral.
And it also had a distillery single barrel at 133 proof.
Whew. So, but that's what I mean. Like, you're going to get some unique things that are just
So
the
you get
regular public's not going to get access
6 bottles a year, or 6 per package?
No, 6 a year for $1,000. The second one is
to.
going
It's
to...
not horrible.
No.
If you think about the prices of Bardstown,
Right.
of their special releases anyway, now are they all 375s?
No, it's a full 750 on the single barrel, 375 in their distillery select that they're doing.
But I think the Cathedral was a 375 anyway.
It
wasn't
was.
Yeah.
And the second one will be the Hakuda,
Matata.
yeah, and Disco 13.
So, but I mean, that's what I mean. Like, so if you bought those in the store, they're over $100 anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's $200 for the Discoveries now.
right. So 6 times that is $1,200 a year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that every one of them is going to be $200, but the private barrels are probably under $100 if you bought them in a store. But still, like, I feel like you're getting unique stuff for $1,000. That's not a horrible deal. Now you're locked into all Bardstown stuff for $1,000 for the year, but take a step back and what do you spend throughout the year anyway?
I know.
For the Bardstown releases, you're probably spending.
Close
If
to
you're
it.
a Bardstown homer enough to think you might join that club, you're probably spending that much a year anyway, and you're not having to go hunt to do it.
Right.
The convenience factor of it is, in my opinion, probably worth it.
Only they don't ship to Ohio, so you have to go down and pick it up each release. Which,
Ooh,
hey, why
shucks.
wouldn't we want to go?
Right. And Bardstown, Lux Row was the first one I saw do it. They did a similar thing where you
Heaven
get
Hill.
Yeah, Heaven Hill has one now. But anyway, my point is that they're shifting, I think, to really cater to the people that would really want this stuff and not just turn around and flip it. Now, not to say that no one's going to turn around and flip it. And then, like, for example, Wild Turkey for their Russells, the most recent Russells release they did, they actually did an evening down there where you could buy tickets and you go down there and you did tastings, and then at the end of the night you had the option to buy a bottle.
Russell's 13.
Yeah. So, I mean, so different stuff like that, I think that's kind of neat.
Old Carter has a club.
Right. They've been doing that actually probably since before Luxro, actually. But yeah, that's a new way, in my opinion, to get people access to bottles without them having to hunt. It's not the same as a private barrel club exactly, but it is kind of similar in the sense that you're getting special releases specific to that, particular distillery or whatever. Let's talk about this bottle.
I'm waiting for the Michter's Club to start.
So this Russell's Reserve, what are you guys thinking?
I get, like, you know that transition from when you're toasting a marshmallow and it just creeps over that brown, but it's not, like, on fire?
Not quite charred.
I get that.
Yeah. I definitely get a campfire kind of taste and feel to this, for sure. This is pretty good. Not much left on this. I'm going to have to finish this in the next
I'm a
week or
fan
two.
of Warehouse M. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had a bourbon enthusiast Russell's Reserve I didn't like.
They've all been great.
I've been on a lot of their picks.
We're
at
getting
Russell's.
one from them soon. We're from our pick.
Did we not already do that one?
We haven't bought it yet.
Has it not released yet?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
That was a Warehouse A. Camp Nelson A.
Okay. Well, shoot. I don't even. God, they're all blurring together, man. I've been to so many of those picks now that I forgot all about.
And it
that.
was really,
that's when
really
they
good.
had that 15-year something or other,
Yes.
18-year or something.
It barrels in the truck.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that
How
should be
good was
coming soon.
that?
We
18 years old?
We didn't taste that.
I'll be getting 2 of that one.
That was sitting in a truck looking like it was getting ready to go somewhere.
And Bruce got all excited. He's
Yeah.
like, I know what's in there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
18-year-old
His
wild
voice
turkey.
didn't get high like that, but he did get excited about it.
It was more like, I know what's in those.
Yeah, and I can't tell you.
turkey?
I don't know if the turkey was 18 years old, but the liquid inside the barrel was.
It was a Russell's barrel, so it's like Russell's 18-year-old stuff.
Yeah, which it might be in a batch that becomes a Russell's 15 or something, but still. All right, so what do you think of this?
Great.
I like this a lot.
I give it a 4.0.
Yeah.
I think I might be right there with you, and it's got a little bit of almost like a little orangey zest kind of.
Zesty, just how you like them.
Yeah, zesty. I don't even know what that means, but okay.
It means like wet.
Oh, it's wet. Did you think this was
You don't
wet?
know what the term zesty means?
Yes, I know what zesty means,
That's how you like them.
but I don't know what that means.
Oh.
That's how I like them, zesty.
I used to feel zesty when I left the gym when I worked out.
Yeah, that was just kind of, we call that musky.
Okay.
All right, so let's. I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it a 4. I think.
I don't agree.
I'm going to agree. Yeah.
Your voice got high too.
All right, so let's move on. The next one in order of proof is, I would assume it's probably the Taconic. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, shit, we went the wrong direction. Uh-oh, we're going to go backwards in proof now. I just assumed this was higher in proof. So we've got a rare character. This is from the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club. It is 113.54, 6 years old, and it is a Rio 290.
That means Kentucky, I think. Oh, no, that's MGP Rio.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this one. And we'll finish with the Taconic. Oh, I should probably pour mine, huh?
Pull it up.
Here. No, I'm just kidding. That's twice now. All right, I got you twice with that one. All
All right.
right, here you go, Sailor.
You're not going to get me again.
No, it's your turn.
Did I
now.
tell you I'm taking Carter
Just
to the MSU Dairy Store?
You going to take him to
No,
the
you
next-
did not.
You going to take him to the swim lessons for another Code Brown?
You need to take him to Great Harvest for breakfast, too.
Great Harvest.
It's over there in Lansing.
So you know what the great thing about the Elijah Craig barrel pick that we did recently? Which there's only 6 bottles of that left, by the way.
It's really freaking good.
It is really good. When I went back to it, you know how I told you it wasn't really my jam? I did go back to it and have it first. Have it without,
There you go.
any of the other ones prior to it. But also had it with the primer. Not like a finished one or high proof, whatever.
Similar type of.
Yeah. And it was just so much better. So much
I've been
better.
enjoying it a lot.
I'm through a lot of not through, but
So one of the people at work, he came up to me today in my office area and basically just said, "Hey, just finished my Elijah Craig bottle." He's like, "You have any left?" I was like, "I've got a few left." And he goes, "I might be getting another one of those." And he's already gone through 2 of the Jack bottles. and he said he thinks he likes the Elijah Craig better than the Jack.
I can see that. Yeah.
I don't, but I think it's good. I think it's good. But here's the funny thing. Because of the Code Brown sticker on the back, so many people have been asking me about the Code Brown story
Really?
that they didn't know. So I've told them the story, and they just die laughing. Like the funniest. I mean, it's a funny story.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's
a funny
really a
story.
classic.
It really is. So many people were requesting us to name one of our bottle picks or barrel picks Code Brown.
Yeah.
So the fact that we finally did, it's a good story.
That's so funny.
It was a really good story. I mean, it was funny too.
Yeah.
Just I in my head, I just Code Brown.
He pooped.
And the best is, yeah, we're never coming back here.
Yeah, we can't come back from this.
I
You guys did
instantly
you
was
guys
like,
did you guys ever go
ever,
back? Never.
ever,
Okay.
never, ever.
I felt like it was like one of those, those HGTV where they go searching for houses somewhere, and then they come back after the episode. At the end of the episode, they come back like, months later.
Yeah.
Now that they've settled in, that was that right there. We just
So
settled into the
I
story.
have 2 updates to the story, by the way. One, without taking Carter to swim lessons, he's taught himself how to swim.
As most kids do.
Yeah, he just fucking one day just started swimming.
Yeah.
And then the other side of it is now with his swim shorts, he'll still wear his underwear. And occasionally, like, we get back home, like, get in the shower, go to strip him, and there's, like, a little turd in his underwear. And I'm like, we're always like, buddy, you gotta fucking tell us. He's like, yeah, I know. I just, like, he's at that level, like, where sometimes if he has to pee or poop, like, he just, like, forgets. Like, he's having fun doing something, and he just, like, fucking forgets. But it's not like he, like,
I feel like there's a transition
shits.
age there where that stuff happens a little bit. They don't want to miss out on the fun they're having.
Yeah.
So they just, a little turd comes out or a little pee
well, like,
or
sometimes
something.
I'm like, why are your pants wet? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, did you pee your pants? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I just forgot I had to go. I'm like, that's not a thing, but
Not a thing.
it's not a thing, but
Oh, that's funny. Oh, good stuff. So, give us the deets.
Rare character Rio 200s, this is a Rio 290. Says here they're aged anywhere between 6 and 7 years old. Straight bourbon whiskey, distilled in Indiana, aged in Kentucky. Mash bill is 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley.
it's got a really sweet nose.
It's aged in a stone warehouse in Kentucky, built in 1887.
The nose is pretty damn sweet.
That's like a fucking
The owner of rare character Pablo Moi says that these barrels are the most complex 21% rye mash bill that he has ever had in his life.
I feel like that name's made up. Pablo Moi.
It could be. It's got a nice little herbal tea note on there.
On the nose?
Mm-hmm.
It carries over to the palate, too, actually.
Very dark.
It's, and I wouldn't even say herbal tea. I'd almost say black tea.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. It's got this sweet fruitiness on there.
It's an interesting, because what hits you at first is not, it almost hits you in an order that you wouldn't expect.
ooh.
Edible arrangement. It's like a chocolate-covered fruit.
But, like, you know what I mean? It almost hits you, like, with the stuff at the front of the tongue that you expect in the back of the tongue, and then vice versa. Mm-hmm. For me, that's kind of how it hit me.
Carter just clogged the toilet, by the way.
That's amazing.
He's 4 years old.
So he didn't forget to
No.
shit in the toilet this time. No, but here's the thing. Did he clog the? Here's what needs to be clarified. Did he clog the toilet with toilet paper or clog it with his shit?
Too much toilet paper.
That's
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is something that a lot of parents don't do. They don't teach their kids how to wipe their ass. So they just ball up a whole bunch of toilet paper and then wipe their ass and then throw it in and then do it again for each wipe, like ball up a big thing of toilet paper. My stepdaughter used to do that every time. She would clog the toilet every time she went to the bathroom because she didn't understand it. Like, no one explained to her how you have to wipe your ass, like, and not clog the toilet.
So
Like, flush after every one. If that's the way you need to do it and ball up a big ball of toilet paper, flush after every wipe.
So when Carter first learned how to like use the toilet and whatever, like we wiped his butt for a long, long time. And then one day we were at school and he was in there and we figured out that he knew how to wipe his own ass all along. Not all along, but for months. But at home, he never said anything about wiping his own ass. But he does at school. So he started to do it on his own, whatever. And then after, we would notice like skid marks and things like that as on his underwear. And we just realized like he wasn't wiping good enough. And like whenever he'd come out of there, we'd be like, hey, let me check. And there's still just like a nice fucking turd in his butthole. And we're just like, buddy, you got to go back in there. So I think he like counteracted all of this. He counteracted all of this by like using half the roll.
The more you use more paper, it's going to pull off more shit.
Yes, which is very logical.
I mean, for a 4-year-old,
Yes.
very logical for a 4-year-old.
And that's where the term brown eye comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, that brings a whole new meaning to the song "Brown Eyed Girl."
Well, and Carter loves to just like the second that he gets in the house, like he strips naked, and then he'll be naked the rest of the night.
We're going streaking.
And so it's a lot easier.
Everyone's doing it.
Through the quad into the gymnasium.
We have in our loft, we have a little plastic slide, and when he shits, I'm like, buddy, you're gonna. We're like, one, you make sure that it's all clean, but then two, you're like, put your underwear back on, buddy. You're not going sliding down the slide on your ass
With a
after
dirty
you just
butthole.
with a dirty butthole. You know, your brother's gotta slide down that.
Is that where they?
That's probably why he's like, yeah, he does. And guess what?
Is that where they came up with skid marks?
Yes.
All right. This is pretty good. It's growing on me the more I drink.
Yeah, it's really good.
Dead silence. I was wondering how long that was going to go. No one was saying anything. Tyler's in his phone. You're like deep in thought on your bourbon.
It's super complex. Like,
No,
they're not wrong.
It is.
And I'm trying to come up with what this is that's happening.
It's interesting because it's unique for sure in a good way. And it's got rare characters of a lot of
I see what you did there.
So
thank you.
good after like 4 sips.
yeah. So there's a lot of sweetness. There's some age there. What is it? 6 years, 7 years?
It says 6 years on it.
And it's a really good combination of like age, some sweetness.
It's not that wet. It's like it's pretty.
Jesus.
It's kind of got a dry. It's a little bit of a dry palate.
I'm not getting a drying effect.
It's like his wife. It's not that wet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, this is really good.
I'm hoping we can next year do a pick with them.
It would be lovely.
Yeah.
You know what else would be lovely is if we have like 146 bottles of it sitting over here on my counter. That'd be great.
You got enough room for it.
Yeah. I won't if anyway. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Taconic. Any other thoughts on hunting? What do you do now?
So,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I haven't talked about my experience.
Yeah, go for it.
We started in 2019, more or less.
You and I started around the same time.
Yeah, and I think I might have actually done the Old Forester birthday bourbon raffles at some of the grocery stores because they would have.
Oh, that reminds me. So, like,
What year was that?
Talk about how
Was
they
that
used to do
2019
that.
or like 2018?
In that range, yeah.
So that was kind of cool because
Because that was becoming a big thing, and then COVID happened, and that all stopped.
Yes, exactly. And that's how they did some of their LTOs.
Yeah.
So I remember going to the Giant Eagle in Perimeter Loop, and you get there, they would give out a ticket. You kind of had a decent odds because there.
But you had to stay there.
Yes, like
You couldn't get a
kind
ticket,
of-
then go away, and then.
Kind of.
Well, if you weren't
Like-
there when they made the drawing, is what I'm saying.
Yes, you had to
then
be there
couldn't
during the
win.
drawing, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I mean by you had to stay there.
I think you could only get tickets maybe a couple hours in advance, so you
Yeah.
could still leave and come back.
You could, if you knew
But-
when the drawing was, yeah.
Yes, but it wasn't enough time to like grab one in the morning and then just show up,
Go to
at
work
7
and then
o'clock.
come back at
Yes.
7. Right.
Yeah.
You had to kind of be in the vicinity the entire time.
Yeah, so I got one, but you could also get a ticket. Like the tickets didn't run out, so you could walk up 10 minutes before the drawing and grab a ticket. And you had better odds. There was maybe 400 people there at most, so your odds are quite a bit better than anything
Then
today.
like an OHLQ,
Yes,
OHLQ lottery, yeah, for sure.
And then once OHLQ started to go to like the online lottery, I mean the
Which they were
odds
doing back then, but it's become more of the thing now.
yeah, because they only did 1 or 2 of those a year,
I feel like that's right.
and then now
it
they do
sounds
them seasonally, about once a quarter.
Yeah, maybe even sometimes twice. Sometimes they'll do them back to back.
Yeah,
Like I remember they'll do one right after the Ohio State Fair. They'll do
Yep.
one at the Ohio State Fair.
Yep.
And then usually like
there's a BTAC
in between now, yeah, like they'll do a fall
Fall or
like really
winter.
big one.
Yeah,
Like the one they just did now, they did Old Fitz, Star Hill Farms, and what was the third thing?
Stag.
And Stag.
Stag. Yep, a barrel pickup
Junior,
Stag.
Stag Junior. Or well, whatever.
Single
but
barrel
it,
Stag.
But it's a barrel pickup.
I know they don't call it Junior anymore, but basically Stag Junior. But it was a single barrel OHLQ pick of Stag
That's cool.
Junior.
Yeah.
But there was only 3, and then I feel like in a month or so you're going to have the big Pappy raffle.
Yeah,
Maybe 2 months, but it'll be soon. They'll have the big raffle where it's all the stuff.
BTAX.
B-Tax, the Pappies, like it'll be all that shit. I feel like that's coming soon.
The one before that will probably have like the double eagle very rare and a bunch of other really
I mean,
high
they just
end.
recently did I think it was at Carfagna's, right?
Oh yeah, they did
Where
that.
they did the
in store.
that was the double eagle or
Yep.
the eagle rare or whatever, double rare eagle, whatever they call it. That was there. They had because my friend's friend got that
Nice.
and had flipped it before they even got into their car.
No way.
Oh yeah, for twice the amount.
Wow.
Insane, which is just stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I guess if I'm going to spend that, I would never spend thousands on a bottle of bourbon without thinking I might flip it. That's the only time I would ever consider flipping a bottle of bourbon is if the bourbon costs thousands.
$2,000.
Yeah,
But
And
the
you
people
can get
that
I'm
bought,
not, because I would never spend that much money on something I'm going to consume.
Yeah.
but the people who got the Weller Millennium learned
Well, you
really
consume-
quick they weren't going to flip that for
You
double what they
consume
paid.
something every day that you spend a lot of money on.
My wife's vagina, but it doesn't go away. That's the difference.
That's true. That's true.
I'm only going to get 24 ounces.
It's like the barrels at Michter's. How they just always refill.
Right. It's never empty.
Yeah. All right, let's do the Taconic.
Yeah, let's do the Taconic. Grab it. You guys go around this way this time. My problem with this Taconic is I have 2 different Bourbon Enthusiast Taconic picks, and I can never remember which one is my favorite.
This is the first one.
Yeah, but I don't remember which one that is. They didn't have dates on them.
I don't think you have the first one. The one
I
that
do.
was
I bought 2 of those. Accidentally, not knowing how good it was going to be,
yeah.
I bought 2. And then the next one came out, I bought 1, and it wasn't
I
as
don't know why I just did that.
It was
Very
good.
sorry.
It was good, but it wasn't as good as the original.
What have you guys been up to?
Work.
Yeah, same. That's
I got to Europe in a couple of weeks.
oh yeah, that trip's
I
coming
just
up. Huh?
just got back from Michigan and Chicago. I got to go back to Michigan this weekend.
Chicago. Did you get a hot dog?
I did at Wrigley Field.
Like at a
Great.
game or
Yeah.
just?
Yep.
You went to a game?
Yep.
Talk about that. That you're burying the lead, man. Wrigley
what?
Field, you're burying the lead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was good. I took some customers. It was funny because my boss and our president took 2 people in our season tickets,
yeah.
and
So
I
they have
just grabbed-
season tickets to the Cubs.
Yes.
That's cool.
You know
And
they
a- and
only
a
use
few
an
other-
organ.
What?
They only have an organ.
Yeah, but it's a great stadium.
I know what an organ is, but they have a
Cubs
lot of
won.
things there. They have bars. They have grass.
I mean,
they
for
have
their
ivy.
sound system, they only use an
Yeah.
organ.
Actually, usually they're corny, but
Do
they're
better.
like end of the game winning song that like the entire stadium sings. It's actually kind of cool.
What's that?
I don't know. It's
Sweet
just
Sweet
whatever.
Caroline.
No, it's just like it's like
That's
a
Boston.
an actual song that someone made up about the Cubs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
very cool. Kind of like the Detroit Lion one.
Down the
Go
field
right
again. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So if you are new to the podcast, we had at the time, the master distiller of Taconic. He was one of our first guests, actually.
Correct.
Way back in the day. That's been probably 2020, I bet you. Back in COVID times. And so Taconic is based in New York, and they do their own distilling. Their mascot's a dog. They have different releases that they do, but at the time when we did this one and another one, their Bourbon Enthusiast, they were kind of unknown at the time. Bourbon Enthusiast had selected to do a pick from them, and I don't think it didn't sell very well, but it was, I don't know if it was this one or not, but it was so good that James decided to do another pick with them. And so many people talked about how good the first one was that the second one sold pretty quick. Now, I don't know if this is the first or the second one, but I will say the second one was not nearly as good as the first one. The first one was amazing. It was probably, from me, one of my top 5 bourbons of all time. Of all time. Now,
Wow. That's high praise.
it is high praise. But you know why? It was an absolute vanilla bomb. So if this one's not an absolute vanilla bomb, it's not the right one. We'll find out here shortly. So this one is 127.2 proof. So 63.6% ABV. And this one was barrel number 761. The barrel date was 4/30, April 3rd, 2017. Bottled on 9/21/2021. Proof is 127.2. This may be the second one. But their Hudson Valley is where they are in New York. And, yeah, he was one of our first guests, that distiller, and he was really, really fun to have on the podcast. He was a nice guy. Super nice guy. Informative. He used to work at Buffalo Trace.
Wow. Okay.
And then he went to Taconic and became the master distiller there. He's not there anymore, though. I still track him on Instagram, and he's no longer at Taconic. All right, let's nose this. What do you guys get? What do you guys get?
I get a little bit of leather and tobacco. Stone fruit.
I don't think this is the first one, but damn, this is good. It may. Ooh.
I'm a little disappointed with how you painted that first one.
Well, we can have some of that when we're done and compare them and see which one's which.
Go wrong.
Man, this is good. It's got an interesting complexity to it.
There's a little salinity on there.
You know what's funny about this is it's only 4 years old,
It
That's
tastes
pretty
older
funny.
than that.
right?
Yeah.
It's like this. There's this like warming creaminess, a slight saltiness on there.
I get all that. I get all that. And the darkness of this is actually, it's got a pretty good color to it, which is interesting to me. It makes me wonder how this was aged, because it's only 4 years old in the bottle.
Yeah, I'm assuming in a barrel.
The bottle.
I mean, it's 8 years old, like forever age wise, but like in the barrel, it was 4 years. It's, 2017 barreled, 2021 bottled, and it's now 2025.
This is the very first barrel pick we had. Bourbon Enthusiast, correct?
No.
I thought this is the first thing that you bought from James.
It was not. I bought a lot of stuff from James before this.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
They're
You
all
still
gone.
have the first thing that you bought from him.
Well, no. I've drank most. The only thing I've ever held on to of his were these Taconics. And I don't remember which one's which. That's the only reason why one of these is still around. I don't remember which one is which. I was a member. I joined Bourbon Enthusiast in 2019.
Yes.
This is from 2021.
Correct.
So it definitely, if this is the first one.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. I joined it right when COVID happened, and I joined at the level of doing barrel picks.
COVID happened in 2020.
I know that. I joined in like December of 2019.
We went on our first trip in December of 2019.
I'm aware of that.
I don't think you were that into it.
I joined. I did. We were hunting bourbon before our trip. I joined in 2019. COVID happened in March of 2020, and I joined at the level of doing barrel picks. You had to be a member for 6 months before you got to be included in your first barrel pick.
Correct.
So I was like, well, I'll stay a member because 3 months from now, this is all going to go away, and I'll be 6 months in, and I'll start doing barrel picks. It took another 6 months before I got on my first barrel pick. So it was over a year before
a lot
I
of
did my
that
first
was
barrel pick.
because he got samples sent to him, right?
Yes. A lot of the places got into the habit of sending samples out to places as opposed to having you come on site.
Yeah.
And remember, even when we went later in 2020, you still had to have your like vaccine ID.
Yeah.
You had to have they were testing you on site. You remember when you went to Buffalo Trace, they took your temperature before you could even go in to the facility. Like it was, and the same thing with Barton and all these places. Like they had all these things in place. They were just absolutely silly now in hindsight. But like, you know, at the time, no one knew what to expect. They had no idea what was going on. But yeah, so no, I joined Bourbon Enthusiast in 2019, hoping to start doing barrel picks in 2020, and then COVID fucking happened. So it was a pain in the ass. I was like, seriously? And the first barrel pick I did with him, do you remember what it was?
Wild Turkey.
No.
Oh.
It was Woodford Reserve. We did together.
Double oaked.
We did a double oaked Woodford Reserve remote on a podcast.
That was the very first one?
That was the first one I did with him.
I've always heard good things about the double oaked single barrels. I've never had one, though.
They were good. I've got some back there. Have some. So go back to this. Tell me what you guys think.
It's my favorite thing tonight.
Me too. And it's Taconic, and it's 4 years old.
And it's crazy because we're having almost 9-year-old Russells and
Right.
Rare Character, which I thought was
It was
great
6
too.
years too. Yeah, and that was good as well. You're not as big a fan?
No, this is too... It's oddly woody. You know, I don't know if oaky is the right word, but
Is it
woody
wet?
is like... Not wet.
I
It's
am.
oddly woody.
Hey-o.
Does have some good smoke and leather. But I just think that there's some better flavors in the other two.
You're allowed. I mean, that's what makes this thing interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, so going back to bourbon hunting, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when you find a group or a person or whatever, a club that has the same palate as you do, I feel like there's a base, set of things that everything kind of tends to share. And then, there's going to be some outliers. There's going to be some things like you just said, that make it better or worse for you. But then there's going to be that base core thing that everyone shares that I think everyone is going to be able to, in a sense, have the ability to keep in common. So, that being said, I think you're going to see a lot of those similarities in all the picks that someone does. So, like, for example, our barrel club.
Yep.
We haven't really talked about that yet. Mash and Journey. We did the Rare Character from them.
Yep.
We did Bourbon Enthusiast, Taconic. We did the Russells from Bourbon Enthusiast. We didn't do any of our picks tonight, but we've done those on the podcast before. I feel like when you find a private barrel club that you align with as far as palate is concerned, I think you're going to end up getting tons of unique things that, in my opinion, for the cost. So let's just say, like, a lot of our barrel picks right now lately have been like $90, right?
Yeah.
The LTO that we just had, you did this week. You did the LTO of Four Roses small batch. Limited edition.
Yep.
$200, right?
Yep.
Was it 200 even? 250 something?
No, it was more like, it was 230.
So $230. You just gave that a 3.3
3.6.
after you added water.
Palate was a little funky.
3.3, but still, you gave it a 3.3 initially.
Yep.
All of these things were less.
A lot less.
By half, at least. Now, granted, time has changed. The inflation, all that has adjusted. But still, these would be half the price of that Four Roses limited edition.
And they scored better than that.
Yep. So my point being is, and part of the reason why we do that Mouth Experience Monday is it removes the biases that you have in your head ahead of time when you see the bottle and you pour the bottle and you know what you pay for the bottle, all that affects what you think about the taste. Mm-hmm. When you remove that, and the Mouth Experience Monday does that, when you remove that, you get real flavors and real, like, unbiased opinions, because you don't know you don't know what bottle it came from. You don't know what I'm pouring you. I could be fucking with you. I could be giving you great stuff. I could be giving you crappy stuff. Like Tyler, you could be giving you stuff that, I had this 5 years ago and haven't opened it since, and I'm just trying to get rid of it. Like, but my point is we don't know what each other is giving each other on these blinds on Mouth Experience Monday, and what we found is sometimes stuff that you expect to be good doesn't perform as well. Sometimes stuff that you expect to not be that great performs really well. Mm-hmm. Single barrel clubs, I think, is the new way to do your bourbon hunting, because you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to be quick on when it becomes available from your club. You have to be quick to make sure it doesn't sell out. Outside of that, so you just have to know, okay, we're releasing at 4 p.m. on a Friday. I got to set up my computer at 4 p.m. on a Friday, make sure I get one of these.
It's just not going to be instant gratification, because you're going to order it and it's going to take a little bit of time before you get it.
Do you care?
No, not at all.
If you save $130 or $140 or whatever, and you get a bottle that you get to sit with for a month, do you care? And in some of these cases, you get to buy 2 of them.
Yep.
Like, our club is still young enough that I haven't had to put a limit on anything yet. So, like, you could buy 4 of any of our picks so far if you really wanted to. And I feel like any of our picks, step back, we were on the picks. We know what they tasted like. So I've bought more than 4 of every one of them, 6 to 10 in some cases. Where the point is that you know that you're going to get something that aligns palate-wise with what you like. It's going to be unique. It's one and done, meaning not like one bottle and done, but it's one barrel and done. Once that barrel's gone, you're never getting that again. So it's kind of like a limited time offering.
It's
LTO.
a true definition of a unicorn.
Yeah, and it's like an LTO in a sense, because it's a limited time offering, and it's a unique flavor, a little bit different than what you're going to get on the shelf. And if you align with the people that are picking it, you know that it's going to be something that you like. So I feel like that has now become better, in my opinion, than hunting for bourbon.
I agree.
Because you spend way less money, you get better value, you get better flavor, you get unique flavors that are still kind of like an LTO. Mm-hmm. But that's just my opinion.
Well, like when I brought the Mouth Experience Monday, where I got the sample of the Coy Hill and Jack 14.
Yeah.
We picked our pick over the Jack 14, but not quite caliber of the Coy Hill.
But guess what? How much was the Coy Hill?
Coy Hill's retail for $89.99.
And what was ours? Like $80, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for $10 less, you're getting something that was very, very close.
Yes.
And unique. because it was a single barrel. I mean,
And it flat out beat Jack 14.
yeah, Jack 14 it beat, but Coy Hill was close. So my point is that from the comfort of your couch, your desk, whatever the hell it is that you do during the day when these become available, you can order a couple of these. You're not going to get 2 of the 14 years. You're not going to get 2 of the Coy Hills most times, right? Most of the times you're not going to get 2 of them. In a single barrel club, you potentially have that, possibility. Right?
Right.
So, yes.
Can I have a bonus sip?
You can have whatever you want, man.
Can I have a bonus for this?
What do you...
Yeah.
Yeah. I was almost going to do that for mouth experience, and I figured you guys would expect that, so I didn't. Get a clean glass.
You're just debating if
Okay.
you're going to buy it or not.
Oh, I'm
If you're not going to buy it, I will buy it. If you're not going to buy it, I will buy it.
No, I was.
Put your fucking headphones on. So Tyler won the OHLQ Old Fitz lottery, by the way. So he's tasting my Old Fitz, which is the same one that he won.
Is that what you're calling it now?
But
He's tasting my penis, or Old Fitz. Just pull it out, Tiger.
Jesus, that's a fucking long cork.
That's what she said.
So
Not to
I would
me.
say
Not to me.
as
I don't
far
get it
as
either.
some of the traditional LTOs go,
Yeah.
an Old Fitz has always been on the radar, and it's always been one that I haven't had access to, even at secondary.
Sure.
You don't really see an Old Fitz sitting on the shelf, even at $300. It's not. You'll see
Unless you're in Georgia.
Unless you're in Georgia.
Yeah. I personally, there's been a million things I've seen sitting on a shelf as far as like an overpriced LTO. This is not one of them.
No, I agree with you.
So,
So Danielle was in Georgia, and there were a couple of stores that had those.
And let me just back up. Georgia's
George.
pretty sexy.
Yeah.
So when Danielle was inside of her.
Yeah.
Wait, go ahead.
Right. Georgia's actually a really good spot to hunt if you're in the right spots.
Yeah.
It's a secondary state,
Yeah.
so they can charge whatever
Well,
they
a
want.
lot of
but
my Razes.
some places that are off the beaten path will have reasonable prices.
So she found that for, what was it, like 200?
Jeff has found.
what's the MSRP?
139?
Yeah. I mean,
So go
for a
ahead.
secondary, I think that's probably reasonable.
Yeah, it is. Jeff, what?
Jeff has found multiple LTOs for closer to MSRP in Georgia, and a lot of my Raz bottles have come from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not finding the Woodford Reserve very fine, very rare, whatever, for reasonable, because there's a store that has it for $1,000 down there.
Jesus.
I still have an unopened bottle.
It's
if not
so
two.
it's actually really good.
It is.
It's actually really
It
good.
really is. The fact that it's 90.4 proof is a little disappointing, but it is very, very good. Every time I go back to it, I'm like, I gave it as a gift. I told you guys this, I think. At Christmas, I gave it as a gift to one of my buddies who was moving to Tennessee. And
Was it the 10 UC?
Jesus. And he was moving to Tennessee, but he's a huge Woodford fan. So I took it to him, gave it to him as a Christmas gift at his Christmas party. It did not survive the Christmas party.
Yeah.
So
this is
see, that one has no age on it. I don't know what that one is versus this one that has. I think that one may be the original.
so. I told Jillian this Old Fitz was really next in line for me as far as an LTO, a traditional LTO that I have not really had the chance to own.
Yeah, I was the same way.
So the next thing, and it's really been there. Like that was like the one thing I was like, hey, I want that next. The next thing would probably be a Four Roses limited edition.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that. I would love to have a Four Roses limited edition.
You
Oh wait, I do.
yeah. You know what's a
I want an Elliott Select.
well, fuck, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. You know, it's another one. It's not. It's definitely an LTO. It's not that sought after, but there's been some really fucking good ones. Or the Master Keeps.
They're about to do away with them, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing anymore.
I think Beacon's the last one.
Yeah, I think
Why?
I don't know. Probably the word master. I don't know.
The only one I have is one.
That's the same one I have too.
One is great.
One's outstanding.
Yeah. Voyage I liked.
I tried it. We tried it at the distillery.
One is outstanding though.
One is really good.
Well, it hits that 101 proof point.
I
101
remember.
proof pump, plus it's toasted.
Yeah.
Like that's just, it's outstanding.
Toasted turkey.
Yeah. Toasted turkey.
What's for you guys? Speaking of bourbon,
Plus
hunting,
the story of us getting it.
yes,
That adds to the allure for
and
me.
I passed on it. Do you
I
remember?
know. That's right.
What?
You jackass. I bought yours,
You bought
and we
mine.
killed that.
Oh,
night.
yeah.
And then
Guy in this parking lot.
A guy at the little area outside drinking allowed us to get one for Brett.
Oh.
So we got one for Brett because he couldn't make it because his dog that year. I bought yours. We killed it that night, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Son of a bitch, this was so good."
Because we were with Jeff.
Yeah,
me,
it was
you, and
me,
Jeff.
you, and Jeff. Yeah.
That smells like vanilla.
So
I
what
know, I smelled it too. I was
what-
like, this might be it.
LTO is currently, and you're gonna say some weird LTO. Like I already know it. He's gonna say
Some
he's
Encyclopedia
No,
Brown stuff.
I can see him being like, I want the triple oaked dipped in dick from
I haven't had the flavor of dick, though.
from Peerless.
Well, you don't get the flavor of dick. It's dipped in dick
Yeah, it's dipped in dick
from Peerless.
from Peerless.
No, that's
like
that would be Brett.
yeah.
Brett would, if it was Peerless dipped in dick, that would be Brett.
So give me your top end LTO that you want to own. You're not necessarily willing to spend secondary on it, but if it came up for either reasonable or you had the chance for whatever reason to grab it, what's the LTO that's top of your list?
Michter's 20.
Michter's 20. Okay.
I would say
How about a Michter's 10? You have a Michter's 10?
I've had it, but Michter's 20 is that top tier that you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I would say B-Tech William LaRue Weller or Pappy 15 or B-Tech Stag.
Okay. Realistically, what I want,
But now that they have the B-Tech E.H. Taylor, I'd maybe consider
have you seen
that.
the decanter E.H. Taylor?
I haven't.
Oh, I'll show it to you. Realistically, what I think I like, I want to find one of those old Heaven Hill 6-year bottled in bonds.
No. Yeah. I would not care about that.
No?
No. The 7 year is better. It just went up in cost, so people were butthurt. The 7 year is definitely better than the 6 year. The current iteration of Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond is better than the old one. The problem is when they went up a year, they went up absurdly in the price.
Like $40.
Right. That's the problem. And so then people want to fucking get on their, soapbox and they want to talk about it. Oh, the other one, the 6 year was better. The 6 year was not better.
So speaking of
Value wise, maybe. Go ahead.
some rare LTOs, not non-LTOs. How crazy was that picture I sent you? So just for a reference for my listener,
So-
one of the customers
The dusty picture.
yeah, so one of the customers that I'd taken out,
You probably took
he's-
the same thing away from it than I did.
so
The Mary Dowling.
Yep.
so all of it.
Yeah, but the Mary Dowling we
From
just
the
had,
20s.
Can I?
No, but the Mary Dowling we just interviewed,
Kaveh Zamanian.
who wrote a book about Mary Dowling. And Mary Dowling, if you're not familiar with the mother of bourbon, was alive and doing probably better than, at the time, what has now been celebrated as the Whiskey Baron series, Rippy and
Saffold.
Lillard and Saffel. Those are the three that Wild Turkey released, but yet the Dowling Brothers bourbon was probably bigger at the time.
And then everybody got to drink it through Van Winkle through Prohibition as medicinal.
Right.
Because she sold a whole bunch to them.
And she then went to Mexico, opened up a bourbon distillery because it could still be bourbon in Mexico back in that time.
Yeah.
And created her, did her distillery there in Mexico and basically, muled it across into the United States illegally during that time.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. But she was not considered one of the whiskey barons in the Wild Turkey release.
Yeah.
I don't understand why.
It was right there in Lawrenceburg, too.
Yeah, it was. They were in the same block.
Yeah.
Like they lived right beside each other. Rippey, Lillard, and Dowling.
Yep.
All lived right beside each other.
All the houses and mansions are there.
And when you drive through, is it Lawrenceburg?
Yeah.
When you drive through Lawrenceburg, they all just lived like within a block or two of each other.
So for the listeners here, I took my customer out this week, and one of the other guys from his company kind of mentions that the manager of this group is a big bourbon guy. So I kind of asked him, he's like, yeah, I like bourbon. I have it a lot with my brother-in-law. Like, I have a small collection, but my brother-in-law's is crazy. And I was like, okay, that's relative. That's
right.
relative.
You don't know what that means because you've seen our collections
and so
Jason's collection.
Yes, exactly. So I'm like, okay, what's is mine crazy? Because I don't think mine's crazy, but there's plenty of people that do think my collection's crazy.
Right.
So,
the thing
what is this?
You don't have, and the thing that I don't have, and I think the thing you don't have are Dusties.
Yes, 100%. So he starts showing me pictures of the stuff. He's like, yeah, like when I went over there, this is what we had during the day. This is what we had at night. And he goes, this is all the time. And he said my brother-in-law never has a problem opening anything. Like, he doesn't hoard anything. And
that's amazing.
It's crazy.
No, but that's amazing. That's how it should be.
Yes. So I'll read some of these in a
bourbon.
second. But he kind of went into it and he said, my brother-in-law no longer likes to collect some of the newer stuff. He goes, he pretty much only drinks stuff that's like 2015 and earlier. And I'm like,
pre-conglomerate. That's why.
So
because
he goes,
the entry proofs all went up, the viscosity went down.
Yep.
Like, honest to God, I swear by that.
Yeah,
I swear by it.
Yes. All
That's
that.
why
He
Dusties are so sought after.
He goes like, he's got access to all these like 1992 and beyond blends that are like wildly different than they are now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Before you get in the list, what's the oldest bottle you own?
Well, you had some Mary Dowling shit that was...
No, Tyler and you and me. What's the oldest bottle you have before we get into the list?
The Heaven Hill, the Heaven Hill 18 years, technically the oldest juice, but it's not the oldest. I don't know the oldest bottle I have.
The oldest barreled.
Yeah.
What was the oldest barreled that any of us has?
Heaven Hill 18.
Because it's 18 years old.
Yeah.
I have an Old Ezra 7 bottled in 2013.
So
bottled, I have the 2016 Michter's.
I have some 2012, some Evan Williams, vintage or whatever, but single barrels. But here's the thing, I didn't even really start this till 2019, late 2018. So if I had a bottled and bond or a 7 or 8 year old bottle from 2019, they're gone now. I've drank them.
So,
but that would put it to 2012, 2013. That's the oldest I would have ever owned.
Mm-hmm. Me too. That Old Ezra.
So let me read through this and.
So hold on, real quick. I do have an Elijah Craig 18, obviously, which would put it back to at least 2007, because I bought it in 2025.
And that's when my Old Ezra would have went in the barrel.
So I've got some stuff like that, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
Which back then it would be Heaven Hill product at Old Ezra.
Yes, most likely. I don't know. It might have been MGP. I think Rebel was Heaven Hill.
Oh, okay.
I think Ezra was MGP, but I could be wrong.
So going through this, there's an Austin Nichols Wild Turkey Rye.
Anything Austin Nichols is going to be dusty and good.
Yep.
Yes. An Old Weller, I can't really, and this is a picture of a picture. I literally was like, can I take a photo of your photo? And he was like,
I
yeah,
saw you
sure.
holding the phone.
Yeah,
the
I
person
was like,
holding
I
You did a
need
good job disguising
I was like,
it.
I
Yeah.
really, because of all the Dusties we've had, either at bars or Jason's, this is easily, even of the Bardstown Whiskey Library, like,
I forgot, I forgot that we did that. Yeah.
this is on par with as many like old Dusties as you'll fucking find, and this is just someone's night lineup. Like, this isn't even their entire collection.
Right.
So
That was insane. You're right.
Yeah.
What you sent us was an insane picture
Yes.
of if that was just a nightly lineup
That's
of things they
that's
were just drinking.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I mean, that's in par with what
So-
I got to shout out Kenny Mills, what he shared with
Yeah.
me that one night.
Yeah.
2008 George T. Stagg, 1980.
But this was
Old Granddad.
more than that.
So, and this
Eagle
is
Rare
This
from
is not
1980.
even a collection. I'm just showing you what they
you're not showing us
drank.
anything. It's
Or
audio.
yeah. I'm describing what they drank in one afternoon.
Yeah. So go through and read some of them.
Joshua Brooks says something 15 maybe, and proof is 115.
Wow, that was impressive. That was really hot out of the gate.
Old-
Joshua Brooks, something 115.
Yeah, I can't see that clear. So then there is a Old Kentucky Special Reserve. There's an Eagle Rare 10,
Had that.
and that's
101 proof.
101 proof, and that's in their short bottle.
Seagram's.
That's
Yep.
an old Eagle Rare, not a new one.
Yeah. 2023 Eagle Rare 20 or Eagle Rare 17. There's the Dowling. So it says distilled 1916, bottled 1929.
Right.
Yep.
So 13 years old, or 12 or 13 years old, depending on when it was bottled.
That's
This-
got to be funky.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
This Wild
Insane.
Turkey 12.
Yeah, Austin Nichols.
Is it? I can't tell that word above it.
But
Is it
here-
an Austin Nichols?
Here's the thing about the Dowling. I want to go back to that. Barreled in 16, bottled in 29. That's during Prohibition.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Imagine that. It's 13-year-old juice bottled as medicinal bourbon.
13 years old.
13 years old. So the fact that it was barreled in 16 means it wasn't made in Mexico. It was made in Lawrenceburg. Probably sold off, like you said, to
Van Winkle.
somewhere to one of the Wellers, Stitzel Weller, whatever they were called at the time. But that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's 13-year-old
Medicinal.
whiskey
Back then.
Not
Medicinal
even
whiskey.
not even like a 2-year-old medicinal whiskey.
No, which some of that stuff was.
Yeah, you would think it was during that time. It's like 2 years out the door.
13-year-old.
years old.
You'd have to think it was aged that long by accident, too,
Yeah.
because they never aged anything that long back then.
So
They did to some degree, but not.
right.
I want to say I see this as a 1989
this
Old
is
Weller,
Very good.
Old Weller 107.
Yeah, there was an Old Weller in there.
I think it's.
saw that.
I do see 1989 on there.
Does it have veins on it, like gold vein or anything?
I can't. I don't know.
While you're looking that up, we decided to pour an extra Taconic.
Yeah, and this is the one, I think.
This is the one. This is the one.
super vanilla
And
rich.
it's vanilla rich. It's a vanilla bomb. It's good. It's got a little bit of complexity, a little bit of age. It's outstanding, right?
It's freaking French vanilla bean.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know that now that I'm drinking it, that I would still say that it's in my top 5, but it's fucking good. It's really good. I've had a lot of good stuff since then, plus my palate has evolved since then,
Right.
but this is really good. What would you and I are the only ones who have this in our glass. What would you rate this?
4.2?
I was just thinking 4.2. That's so funny. I would probably give it a 4.2 as well. I mean,
Very
honest,
good.
it's good. It's really good. And it's insane to me that it's Taconic. How many people listening to this podcast right now have ever heard of Taconic?
5-star review. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, honestly. And you know what? Here's the thing. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts if you're still listening.
I gotta say, I've seen a few reviews recently. They hate the new intro song.
Do they really?
Yes. They want the old one back.
Damn it. All right.
There's 2 of them now.
Really?
But we got 5-star reviews
I
out of them.
like the new one. I like it because it reminds me of like American Pie.
The one guy says, "For the love of God, go back to the original intro."
Yeah.
All right.
I will say.
I like the new one. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do?
What is Drew always told you with intros?
It was no different.
Too long.
Time-wise, it was no different.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. I edit this.
Conrad misses it too.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the new outro, the one at the end.
Yep.
I'm going to leave that one the same as what it is now. I'll go back to the old intro for the new one. Damn it.
I don't know. So I'm going to try and work some magic with Steven at Tartan. I'm going to see if we can't get a Beartooth intro song.
Oh.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. Yes, do that, seriously. And also see if you can pull a Russell's pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Have him reach out to the guy.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so this Tartan pick Taconic pick. Too many T's, followed by an A. This Taconic pick is really good, right? Am I
Outstanding.
wrong? Yeah. What would you rate it compared to the other Taconic pick that we just did?
Better.
Yes, thank you. I meant give the lower rated Taconic a rating.
I think this one elevates above that one. I would probably give that one a 3.8.
There you go.
I was getting to it.
Yeah, long way around. All right, so 3.8 and a 4.2. Both are actually really good. I mean, 3.8's better than what we just gave the Four Roses LTO. All right, Tyler, you're up, Tiger.
Yeah, Old Weller Antique. You were talking about that. Does it have the veins on it? Is it like a gold vein antique?
I'm not sure.
It's like the Snickers veins.
Because that's Jason's like bucket list bottle right now.
Yeah.
Is the gold vein antique?
No, I think there's an old Fitz on there, but then they have a old
very
Fitz,
very old Fitz.
Yeah, there's a very very old Fitz 12-year.
Right. Saw that.
And a lot of this goes back to some of the old Stitzel Weller, but with Yote. Is it Yote? Who is the very well-known master distiller under Van Winkle? It's Stitzel Weller.
I don't know.
Because he was not.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I have a
A
question.
lot of people don't know this, but he was not the distiller. It's Stitzel Weller.
Gotcha.
Who was not?
Van Winkle, Pappy Van Winkle. He was
Right,
not.
he wasn't the
yeah.
distiller, yeah.
I think a lot of people assume that he was the master distiller.
Was he a blender?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have a question though, because when we go to Stitzel Weller where it sits today, the smokestacks say Old Fitzgerald, right?
Yes.
But Stitzel Weller was on the grounds where Bullet sits.
I don't think that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
I think you're making shit up.
No.
I don't think that's true.
Somebody fact check me.
Because Pappy's office is at
Stitzel
this.
Weller.
They could have moved it.
No, they didn't.
No, it's there at Stitzel Weller.
I think you're wrong. I think
I won't say that
Encyclopedia
you're
Brown
wrong,
has
'cause I
failed
don't
us
know.
today.
I don't know enough to say you're wrong.
I'm 98.9% sure you're wrong.
It's pretty sure.
Yeah. There's a ton of history at that Stitzel Weller distillery, and Pappy's fucking office was there. It's a museum piece today in their tour.
Yeah, we saw it.
Jesus, Tyler, what the fuck?
You get any on you?
He got it on both of us, so I'm assuming he got it on him.
What do you think of the old Fitzgerald?
No, it's very good. It's actually really good.
You gonna buy it?
He was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. Let's go back. Favorite of the night. Even
Russell's.
Okay.
Nice. Taconic number 2.
Same. Taconic number 2. There was a vanilla bomb, plus there was some complexity there that I wasn't remembering.
So it's extremely sweet. There's none of that really heightened spice, rye spice, or anything with it. Like the first one had a little bit of a elongated finish on there where it just kind of hung on. But this one has a finish, but it's just super sweet all the way through.
And I think I even like that Taconic, the first one.
Oh, I like it too.
Better than most of what we had tonight too. And it was only 4 years old.
I probably put the rare character last.
Surprisingly, I think I would too.
I put
And
Russell's
it was good too. It was
third.
good too. The rare character was also very good.
Yeah.
And that black tea note to it was kind of neat and
there was
surprising.
something familiar that I still can't put a finger on it.
No, I'm right there with you. But I thought everything was good tonight. There was not a single thing I disliked. And not that I generally do dislike any bourbons because it doesn't happen very often. But these were all above 3.5 for me.
God, that's good. I just finished that
That's
one.
iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So I think the big takeaways for me when it comes to hunting bourbon.
Don't wait in line.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nowadays it's not worth it, right?
Join the Bourbon Hunters Club.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm going next. We have so many good picks that I will say, how often have you been going to the Maker's Mark that we did? The private
Daily.
select. Right?
People are
Every day.
sleeping on that. I literally pulled it out at my bottle share. My buddy Chris bought 2 because he tried it.
Everyone that I have given a taste of that has bought a bottle. I'm drinking it. I know this sounds alcoholic, and I'll lean into every ism that I belong to. I've been drinking that Maker's Mark almost every night. If I start with the Elijah Craig, I'll finish with the Maker's Mark. If I've finished 2 bottles of it already. It's insanely good in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like private selects, don't get me wrong. Every time I'll get into them again, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how much I like private selects. And then I'll go do a whole bunch of stuff and I'll come back and be like, oh my God, I forgot how much I like private selects. Mm-hmm. This is no lie, no hyperbole at all. My favorite private select I've ever had. Hands down. It's not even close, in my opinion. Now, granted, it does taste like tiramisu, vanilla, espresso, whatever. So if you don't like that flavor, then it's probably not for you. But if you do, holy shit.
It's number 2 on my list of our picks, which
one's
is
your
still
first?
really high.
Yeah, but which one's your first?
It's slowly becoming that Elijah Craig.
Really? The
Yeah.
new one, the one we just did.
It's
Interesting.
To me, it beats C923.
You think that beats C923?
Yeah.
I don't think it does, but I think
We need to do a side by side.
we should. I think it's outstanding. Don't get me wrong.
I think B520 is better than it, but that's my top
wait.
Elijah Craig.
So you like B520 better than C923?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
This might be an episode. We may have to do a blind. I think we're going to have to do a blind. I think I have B520. I'm pretty sure I have C923, and I have our...
Do those 3 and sneak in the Makers.
No, because that'll be obvious. The Makers will be obvious. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining in. I think the next
many
episode we do is going to have to be this Elijah Craig episode that we just talked about.
It'll have to be in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, then
I'm going to be in Cincinnati.
Well, I won't be able to be on next week anyway.
Well,
so
the 9th, I'm not going to be here.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe 2 weeks from now we're going to do that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. All right. Thanks for joining in, and appreciate you listening to another episode of the Bourbon Hunters.
Appreciate it.
Give us a 5-star rating whenever you can, and
Tell dude his intro.
We're
sucks.
going back to the old intro, guys.
are we? Are we really doing it?
Voice your concern with a 5-star review. Leave a 5-star review.
I mean, it is a cool intro, and it was free. The funny thing about that is that was free to use music.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of stuff.
And it was pretty good.
Every once in a while in the car, Connor will just go.
I can fart in a trombone. It's gonna be free. Doesn't mean it's good.
I can fart on a snare drum.
I'll fart in a trumpet.
Hey, farting on a snare drum. Does anyone know what movie that's from?
No.
Ace Ventura.
No. Have you seen the movie Airheads?
Yes. Oh my God.
Pip. That's Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He's the drummer, and he's like, I ain't farting on a snare drum.
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan
classic.
Fraser, great. The guy from Criminal Minds is the DJ at the
Tony Montana.
Yes. And so, like, it's a great movie. Steve Buscemi's in it.
Buscemi.
Adam Sandler.
I dated
Brendan
Buscemi's
Fraser.
niece.
It's a great. Wait, what?
I dated Buscemi's
You
niece.
just buried the lead. Hopefully, she looked just like Steve Buscemi.
No.
And that just tells a lot about you. And that'll tell a lot about you.
Yeah, like the look.
Did you catch any of that?
No.
He said he dated Steve Buscemi's niece. And I said, hopefully she looked just like him. Anyway, fucking Tyler's in his own world. Thanks for joining in, guys. 2 weeks from now, we're going to do an Elijah Craig showdown between our pick, C923, and B520. So tune in for that. That's going to be an awesome episode. I cannot wait for JD to put his mouth where his money is.
Come on, B520.
No, B520. All right, guys. Thanks.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for joining in on yet another hunt for great bourbon. Please give us a 5-star review anywhere you are listening. But if you don't, leave us some constructive criticism in the review so that we can better improve our show. But until then, sit back, grab a pour, kick up your feet, and enjoy some bourbon.
Tune in each week. Sit back. Tune in each week. Grab a pour. Tune in each week. Kick up your feet and enjoy. Kick up your feet and enjoy.
The Bourbon Hunters podcast has been craft distilled, produced, recorded, and edited by Dude Pool. For any feedback, questions, or episode ideas, please reach out to info@bourbonhunters.com.